Teachers, as we said before, as we said here many times before, we should never ever get into power struggles with students. And it's important to remind ourselves of that fact that you shouldn't. We've said it. We've said it here many times before that you should never get into power struggles with students, but sometimes we need reminders not to do that. And here I have, here's another way of looking at it. This is good stuff by Anthony M. Childs. I think that's how you say it. Good stuff here. Let's check it out together.
Don't let your students get you unraveled. Teachers, don't let your students get you unraveled. What if one phrase could keep you in control no matter what a student says? It's called the broken record strategy. And you say this over and over again like a broken record. For example, I hear you, but right now it's time to get back to your math. I hear you, but right now it's time to move on to reading. I hear you, but right now it's time for you to go out the door. The whole point is for them to acknowledge that you heard them, but also that you mean business. And if you say this, even if they push their buttons, you're not going to become unraveled because you're going to stay in your zone. So try this today. I hear you, but right now it's time to fill in the blank. Let me know how it goes in the comment section. Don't let...
So, that poor video cassette. Oh man, you know that video cassette was sitting on a shelf somewhere, just hoping and praying that this day would not come where someone would deem it to be just a bunch of trash and throw it away. But instead, it was used as a prop for this fantastic point. It's a fantastic point because remember, the only person in that classroom that you can control is yourself. That's it. And for me, it took a while for that lesson to really sink in, and I would drive myself to burnout trying to control students, trying to get them to make the right decision because it would ultimately benefit them. And I felt bad. I felt angry. I felt frustrated when they didn't make the right decision. But eventually I had to learn that I can only control me. And in times of disagreement and stress, when you have to flex your classroom management leadership muscle and there's a disagreement, yeah, you should not allow yourself to be pulled into a power struggle. You've already made your decision, and so it is what it is. And I like what he's given us here, the broken record. Like you're just repeating yourself. You're going back to what you said. I hear you. I acknowledge you, not ignoring you, but now it's time for you to go to the office. I've made that decision. It's now time to ... And I think this is outstanding, because there will be times you'll need this, especially when there are times when the student has just decided to just go left, go all the way left and say some crazy things to you. And, definitely, hopefully, we have faith that the administrator is going to handle that. You just document those things, but you don't let it get to you to the point where you're like, oh, you said what? Well, I'll tell you this and that. No. You don't want to go there with students. You need to stay in control. And really that is the sign of, that's a sign of a great leader. It's all about strength under control. Just because a student goes there, that doesn't mean that you have to. And then when it comes to us as teachers, as leaders in the classroom, more is expected of us. That's the other part of it too. So when you stay in control, you've made this decision. That's the decision. If the student has other things to say, you can say, I hear you, but now it's time to, we're ... We're rolling with the decision that I've made. That's what we're doing. Is it going to be perfect? Is it going to work every time? Absolutely not. Here we talk about it. Like we We exhaust the tools in our toolbox, and if that doesn't work, we go and get some more tools. So here is just another tool that I submit to you for your toolbox, and I think that it's an outstanding tip, and I would encourage you to check out Anthony M. Childs on TikTok, because this is great content. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and until we meet again, please don't forget that teachers are leaders.